Okay, very good. And last week we finished Tehillim 9. This week we're starting with Tehillim 10, Yud. Tehillim 10, no, I think we did 10. We started 10. No?
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, we did answer Pasuk Vav.
Pasuk Vav, that's right. Yeah. We started Tehillim 10 until Pasuk Vav.
Today we have to do Vav.
Today we have to do Vav. Amar Belibo. You see, this is what the Reshaim. You know, most of the world is good. You see? Most of the world are good people. Most of the world is good people. It's not bad people.
90%, right?
I don't know the percentage exactly, but most of it. Most people are good by nature, you know. There are evil people. There are evil people. There are sick people, evil people, crazy people. People who are just, you know, got messed up on the way. And people who, even by the situations in life that they were thrown into, you know. So there are many people that are evil, mamash evil, like the Nazis, you know, or Hamas, or but not only them, you know. You say, okay, it's not all black and white in life. It's not black and white. These are bad, these are good, you know. No. There are also people who represent good and are supposed to be good, and then they don't do such good things. You see? For example, I'll give you an example without getting too political, you know. If you know the history of Israel in 1977, I lived in Israel. I came to Israel in 1976 to study. And in 1977, for the first time, Likud, right-wing government, came into power. We're talking from 1948 to 1977. How many years is that? 28 years. Almost 30 years, right? The progressive, liberal, anti-religious Mapai, Avodah in Israel, Ben Gurion, Golda Meir, Rabin, Peres. My father used to put the picture of Golda Meir in the sukkah. And Ben Gurion. You know? What did my father know? What they knew? They were Zionists, you know. But there was a big struggle in Israel before 1948 between the Ben Gurion and the Mapai and that left wing, and Jabotinsky and Betar, who started pre the Holocaust. They were the ones, Betar, who before the Holocaust told the Jews, we have to start organizing ourselves, we have to get out of here. You know, Begin's wife already went to Israel before the Second World War, 1939. She moved to Israel. She was in a concentration camp in Russia. And she sent a message to in a little paper to Begin, who was also in a concentration camp in Russia, hinting to him that she was going to go to Israel. And she went to Israel, and he stayed there behind, and he suffered a lot in Siberia, Begin. And finally, he, you know, when the Nazis were coming, he joined the Russians needed men, so they took out all the prisoners, put them in the army, like now. They always do that. And they took Begin, and he became a soldier, and Begin eventually escaped to Palestine during the war. And then he started Jabotinsky. Jabotinsky was more conservative, right-wing. Likud takes after Jabotinsky and Betar, right? It was the youth movement also in Europe. Jabotinsky was a very, a philosopher, Zionist. In Israel, many streets are named after him, but that's only after Ben Gurion died. Ben Gurion would not allow Jabotinsky to be buried in Israel. Ben Gurion wanted to be the leader. And before 1948, from 1945 to 1948, in those 3 years, there was the Arabs started attacking the Jewish settlement, the Yishuv in Israel, and there was shooting and fighting and killing and always. And in Hebron, there was massacres. The Arabs massacred and the Jews. And the Jews, they were split into two opinions. One opinion said, Ben Gurion and Mapai and the left wing, we have to cooperate with the British because the British were the rulers in Palestine at the time. They were the occupying force. We have to cooperate with them and be in good terms with them, even though they were favoring the Arabs. If there were any arms to the Arabs, they turned a blind eye. If the Jews, they got any arms, they would confiscate them. That's how it was. It's very bad. Then you had, Begin and Shamir and the Stern Gang, and they created an organization called Lehi, Lochamei Cherut Israel, or Etzel, Irgun. That's the Irgun, the famous Irgun. Irgun Tzava LeIsrael, Etzel. And they said no. You see, the British, what they did is, they took anybody that they caught with arms or this or that, they put in jail in Akko. There was a jail in Akko, and they caught 2 Jews. One, his name was Feinstein, and the other guy's name was Brazani, I think his name was. And they sentenced them to death, to hang. Somebody brought a grenade in an orange. They took the grenade and they blew themselves up. Yeah. And then the Irgun said, for every Jew that you hang or dies, we're going to kill one British soldier. And they did. So Begin had to go underground. He was wanted as a terrorist by the British. There's a picture, he had to go underground, dress up like a rabbi. This is famous history. And Ben Gurion was very upset at the Irgun. The Irgun bombed the King David Hotel, which was the headquarters of the British, bombed it, and killed a bunch of British. They said that they called before to tell them to leave, but the British said, we never got such a call. But anyways, Ben Gurion was like furious because, there was 2 groups here, we should act as one, and he wanted to be the one. Then there was a ship called the Atalena that the Irgun, Begin, and the Irgun brought full of weapons, much needed weapons for the Jews in Israel. Full. Yeah. Begin had a lot of support in America. Collected a lot of money. And America wouldn't sell us weapons, so we bought from Czechoslovakia. Truman wouldn't sell us a pistol. And then this ship was coming to Tel Aviv, packed with weapons. Ben Gurion sent Rabin, who was his general, go sink the ship. He says, would you not sink the ship? Yes, sink it. He said, what about the Jews living? If you have to shoot and kill them, kill them. They sank the ship. They shot at a lot of Jews, killed a lot of Jews, 7. And they were looking for Begin to shoot him. And then the Irgun was also there waiting for the ship. They were going to shoot the Haganah. And Begin was in the radio with them in the ship before it sank, and he said, don't shoot. We don't want a civil war. Jew doesn't shoot another Jew. That was the motto. Yehudi lo yore be-Yehudi. Yehudi lo horeg Yehudi. He kept. So you see, from then on, the Haganah and Ben Gurion and his group and his party, anything to stay in power. Anything. On the one hand, there were the leaders of Israel, the Zionists, and saved a lot of Jews. On the other hand, they were vicious when it came to holding on to power, including killing other Jews. And Rabin was the same. I don't have to tell you, I don't have to tell you. Rabin and his whole group in 1990, 92, more, 90, 94, when the Oslo Accords, What was the Oslo Accords? When Begin won in 1977 and took away the power from the left wanted to get the power back. How are we going to get the power? But we lost the elections. And in Israel, to stay in power, you need the parties. You need a 60 majority in Knesset. So they went to Arafat, who was in Lebanon at the time. And then Begin threw him out to Tunisia. They left Lebanon, they had to live in a ship and went to Tunisia. So, not openly, because they can't deal with a terrorist group. PLO was a terrorist group. They said, do you guys want to come back to Israel and have some territory and live and make a Palestinian state? Yes. Okay, so join us in the government. We're going to start Oslo, peace accords. And that's how it started. And they didn't care, but what the Palestinians did, because that's how Arabs are, that's how they are. The Arabs, they're like the dogs, You know the dogs? You know a dog? If he can sense you're afraid, he will come to bite you. If you go like this, just like this, if you go to a dog who's coming, you just go like this, even if there's nothing, he runs away. It's proved. I do it all the time. Yeah. They run away. But when they saw that Rabin and the opposition who wanted to be in government, they were ready to bring in the Palestinian, the PLO. They brought the PLO. We brought the PLO. We gave them weapons. We gave them a police. We gave them a territory. They came back. Arafat came back. It was a big comeback. It was like a big thing. Now the Jews are going back. They started blowing buses everywhere. The Jews blowing them. Every day there was a bus and 18, 20 killed. It's terrible. They kept doing it, And Rabin said, you make peace with the enemy, the price of peace. There's no price of peace. They took away all the troops, all the roadblocks. It was open day for the Jews to die. And they did this knowing that Jews were going to die. And Jews were dying. And they did this. So the rabbis got together in Israel and said, listen, Rabin has a din of Rodef. The law, Jewish law, Torah law, for him, he is persecuting the Jews to kill them. He's a Rodef. And they did Pulsa de Nura. It's a thing in the Kabbalah that the Mekubalim do. And the Pulsa de Nura, they get the Mekubalim get together, and they say certain names and they pray. And a few weeks after that, he was murdered. Rabin was murdered. Now some people, Rabin, how you say Rabin? Rabin was the symbol of the 6-day war. My father would also have a picture of Rabin. He was the chief of staff. Moshe Dayan, Golda Meir, Ben Gurion. They brought the Jews back. So you have that side, and then you have this side, what they were doing. to make sure that the left stays in power again, they sacrificed a bunch of Jews. I don't know if that's my wife. Sorry. You understand what they did? So it's not black and white. Is it bad or good? Sometimes they are good, but then I don't think there's anybody there. There's nobody there, right? Yeah, it's probably over there. Eyes for the class, okay. So Ronit, it's not black and white. You know what I'm saying? People can be good. The complete power corrupts completely. So they did good, they meant good, but they did good, okay. A lot of people will not put Rabin down. No, can you say that? You know, he was the Ramatkal, and he was there, and he liberated Yerushalayim. What do you mean? But on the other hand, they say, no, he gave guns to the Palestinians. The Palestinians came and killed the Jews. So it's never black and white. Sometimes it's black and white. The Nazis are Nazis. Hamas is Hamas. Purely evil. You know? The people that are in Eretz Israel that are Sadiqim are Sadiqim. But it's all the people in the middle. You know? That the good, in Kabbalah you have the or. The or is good, the light is good. Then you have the klipa. The klipa is the husk. It's very bad. Right? It's completely covering the light. It's darkness. And then you have something in the middle that's called klipat noga. Klipat noga is a mixture of both. And that we have to understand when we are dealing with Tehillim, that here it's talking about complete Rasha'im. When David says Rasha'im, it's Rasha'im. Right? Amar belibo, so the Rasha who is wicked, or at least the evil side. So in Tehillim it can mean they deal with the very wicked, they deal with the very Sadiqim, and they deal with the Klipat Noga in the middle too. How? Because a person can have, sometimes wants to do a good thing, most of the time. Sometimes he wants to do something bad, not so much. And sometimes he wants to do something that's in the middle, like this milk, meat, and parve. Sometimes he's going to do something parve, He's going to do something that's not completely evil, but it's not completely kosher also. Like David with Bathsheba. Why was it a sin? She's not married. She's not married. She got a divorce. Right? And she is also the Gilgul of Chava. And David is a Gilgul, reincarnation of Adam. And Uriah Hitti, the husband, was the Nahash, reincarnation of the snake. So it's good David took her back. Yeah. Not only it's not an Averah, a sin, it's a mitzvah maybe. So yeah, to take her back is a mitzvah. Uriah Hitti is a Rasha. It's true. But what he did was shady. Was in the middle, was Klipat Noga. You have to take Uriah and put him in the front line so he gets killed, so he can be with why didn't you pray that Hashem should do it? If it's what's supposed to happen. Why didn't you ask Hashem, please, what should I do? I want Bathsheba back. She's my real soulmate. We see that David does this. He prays to Hashem and he asks Hashem, he calls the Kohen, calls the Urim Vetumim, and he asks. He didn't. He went and just manipulated everything and took her. You see? So when it says here, Amar Belibo, the Rasha says in his heart, it's not the Rasha, it's we say, Amar Belibo balemot ledor vador. Meaning to say, I'm never going to fall for all generations. Balemot, I won't be moved. I'm not going to be taken away. I'm not going to die. We think we're going to live forever. We live like we're going to live forever. Because we go to sleep and we wake up. We go to sleep and we wake up. We go to sleep and we sleep. Still hasn't happened that we go to sleep and we don't wake up. So it's going to keep going. The sun comes up, I get up, keep going, keep going, keep going. Someday I'm going to die. Okay, that's down the line. But right now, I'm like Superman. So we live in that consciousness, in that realization. We live with that. And what Tehillim says, no, you can't live like that. You got to live like today is the last day I'm going to live. Like tomorrow I'm not going to get up. So we have to do teshuvah today, for today. So before you go to sleep at night, realize that today was a gift. When you get up in the morning, what a gift. I'm going to make the most out of it. What good things I'm going to do. Before you go to sleep, forgive everyone. Forgive everyone. Let go. No luggage. Because where you want to go, luggage is very expensive. So don't. No luggage. Light. Elal. No. One suitcase, $100, $200. No. Let go. No, he did to me this. It is his problem. Let him take it. Here, take the yours. Me, met Hashem. Hashem wanted to happen. It happened. It's like Yosef said. That's how Yosef lived. No, but it took you. You know what they did to Yosef? This is the unbelievable what they did to Yosef. It's the worst thing. But it says that, you see from the Pesukim and you learn the Orah Hayim HaKadosh, when they were doing it to him, at the same moment that they were selling him and stripping him and throwing him in there with the snakes and the scorpions, right? And then taking him up and selling him to the Arabs like a dog. Whilst it was happening, he didn't hate them. Amazing. He was in another place. He was thinking like, this is so strange. Why is this happening? It must be a reason. There is a reason to this. There is the hand that's moving all of this, beyond me and beyond my brothers. And he pitied them and he loved them. And he said this. Et achai ani mevakesh. You said it. Et achai ani mevakesh. I am just looking at them as my brothers. It says, et achai. Achei Yosef. All the time it was the brother. He never stopped looking at them as the brother. But they didn't look at him. They saw him, they wanted to kill him. They didn't even call him his brother. They call him the Holem HaHalomot. This is the dreamer. Baal HaChalomot. The dreamer. Let's see. Let's going to take him. We're going to cook something good here. Let's see what's going to become of his dreams. But Hashem is laughing, what you're going to do. No matter what you do, instead of destroying the dream, you're going to actually make it happen. Because by selling him to Egypt, that's how it's going to happen. Because he's going to go to Egypt, and in Egypt he's going to make Egypt go into a Ra'av, into famine, because of his tzidkut, his righteousness. There will be a famine in Egypt because he will starve out the Nachash, the snake, because he's not going to do any sins. And then there will be a famine, and then these people are going to have dreams in the jail. Yeah? And Paro is going to have a dream, and then you come up, and then he's going to realize that everything is from you, and you will be the guiding light to the Geulah, to the redemption. Because he thought that way. If he would have changed his way of thinking, if he would have thought like this, right? Amar belibo balemot ledor vador asher lo bera. I shall never fall for a generation. I shall never be. Nothing bad's going to happen to me. Oh, I have a lot of money. Nothing else. What do you have a lot of money? 1 second you can lose all the money. In 1 second. In 1 second. Hashem just proved it, $60 million house, $150 million house. In 1 second, gone. No insurance. Low insurance. All the insurance run away from here. What do you mean? Right? If he would have thought like, I'm the mind, I'm this, Yosef, it would have been the end of it, you know? Yosef was thinking for that day, Hashem is in charge. He's doing it. Today I'm going to take it by day. Before you go to sleep, you forgive everyone. You make vidui. Hashem, what did I do? Forgive me. I love you. If you're going to take me to a good place. Help me get up in the morning and serve you even better tomorrow. When you get up in the morning, you get up like a lion. Say, wow, what a gift. This day I'm going to squeeze it like this. I'm going to take the juice out of the day. I'm going to go do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to pray, I'm going to learn, I'm going to go to YouTube, put a shiur. So many things you can do. Go to the beach, go with a bicycle to the beach.
Hiking.
Go hiking, right? Invite some friends, go cook. Allah pihu maleh. And the wicked, they're all full of promises. They're full of promises. I'm going to, I will, tomorrow, I'm going to do, I'm going to say, I'm going to... Maleh, Allah pihu maleh. The mouth is full of promises. Umirmot, and deception. Vatoch, and malice. Tahad leshono, under his tongue. Amal va'aven. Tahad leshono amal va'aven. But under his tongue are mischief and evil. Yeshev, he waits. Bemarav, in ambush. You know what is ambush? Bemarav hatzerim, near open cities. Bamistarim, in hidden places. Yaharog naki, to murder the innocent. Enav, his eyes, lehelcha, on the helpless. Itzponu, spy. They spy. Right? Yerov bamistar. He lurks. You know what is to lurk? He's waiting. He's waiting to see who he's going to, Yerov bamistar, ke'aryeh, like a lion. Seen a lion when it's going to attack? Goes low. Very low, so the animals don't see him. The deer when it's eating, the deer is very smart, or the gazelle. The gazelle, when I used to live, there were a lot of gazelles, and they were very smart. How do they eat, the gazelles? They eat with the two legs in the front, open, and they eat like this, so that they can see over there. They can see over there, and they can see behind. But the lion is also very smart. He goes, he cannot see. Where he's lurking, that's lurking. When he's near enough, he knows the distance. He knows. The gazelle is very fast, the deer very fast, the antelope very fast. He's not so fast. And also he gets tired. If it's a cheetah is something else. Cheetah is the fastest animal, 60 miles an hour. They don't have to get close. They watch the weaker one. They go. That's why they said, "Azkan namer." What is it? Azkan namer. It's Azkan namer. Azkan namer. Be brazen, like the leopard, like the cheetah. Means you have chutzpah. You know what's chutzpah? Yeah. Huh? Give me. But I deserve it. Chutzpah. So you have to have chutzpah as kanamer for Hashem. As kanamer. Don't be shy of asking Hashem. Don't be shy of learning Torah. Don't be shy of doing mitzvot. Don't be shy. Be shy for physical things. But when it comes to Torah, don't be shy. Be like the leopard. Why is he brazen? Brazen, that's brazen. Chutzpah. I don't know how you say Farsi. How you say Farsi? Huh? Porub? Poru? Poru?
He doesn't have a shy.
No shy. No shy. Poru. How do you know the leopard is, the cheetah is Poru? Why is he Poru?
Doesn't hide.
No, when he sees the gazelle, the lion, he goes low. The tiger, he goes low because the big animals, he is very fast. He's very fast, the cheetah. Has very thin, long legs. He can run, He's the fastest animal. So he doesn't hide. He goes up to the gazelle. The gazelle is looking like, what's this? What this guy want? Gazelle, forget about it. I remember once I was hiking in Israel with my wife, and we're hiking in this little wadi. And we're very quiet, because both were listening with, we're walking. And we encountered like 5 or 6 gazelles, right? And there were stones and stuff, so they couldn't run. You know what they did? They jumped. They jumped like this. High, like this. 15 feet. Gone. Like this. Amazing. Amazing. Very fast.
That's the gazelle?
Huh?
That's the gazelle?
That's the gazelles. The gazelles. So that's ayala. So, and sometimes we would see one of these, the gazelle running and one of these foxes running, or some other animal running. And I told my wife, I said, look, it's running. And he can't keep up. And the gazelle even slowing down, looking, waiting for, I said, look, he's making fun of him. Because he can't catch her. How is he going to catch her? Forget it. But the namer, the cheetah, he has no shame because he can catch up. He can catch. If the gazelle is not careful, you see what the gazelle has to do? It has to go like this. So that the leopard has to, and he loses, then it tires him out. If the gazelle goes straight, then namer will catch her. But if she goes like this, and then he's like, but many times he can catch her. He goes with the claws like this, and she goes down, and then that's it. So he has chutzpah. He doesn't even hide himself. He doesn't even hide himself. That's why he's Azkanamer, right? So this is he's lurking like the lion. It says here like the lion. That's what it says. Yeroba mistar ke'aryeh. He lurks hiding like a lion. Right? Besuko, in his lair. Besuko, in his lair where he lives. Like his sukkah. His the bush that he's hiding in like a Ye'erov, he lurks, lahatov, to seize, ani, the poor. That's all the Reshaima. Right? Yahtov, then he seizes the poor ani, bemoshcho, when he draws, berishto, with his net. And that's how it is, these people that are preying on other people. There was a miskin here. I don't know if you know this guy. He's a guy, miskin. He was very together. He was everything. He had money, everything. And then this guy became very friendly with him here in the synagogue here, in the Persian community here in Nessach. Became very friendly. This and that. Let's go open a business. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Took all his money away. This guy had a heart attack. He became sick. He had a stroke. Now he can't walk. Young. And he came here one Shabbat, he was crying, and this guy used to have money. He has an old Porsche, very old, he can't walk now, can't get married. This guy came and took all his money with a few business deals like this. These people who are evil in this way, they know, they see the person, what kind of person he is. And if a person needs attention and love and friendship, or is lonely, or this, they know they're very good. One thing they're very good is they can read people. And they know how to get in under the skin of the people. Under the skin. Because people are good and naive, and they're evil, and they wait and they look until the time is right on how to slowly, like the lion when he meets the prey. Okay, we're in Pasuk Yud. We'll leave it here for next week.